else films this, so I guess I will too. Leaving Neel's Gap, 2:17. It's 14:17 for all you military-minded folks. All right, let's see where we get to. Rock Top Spring, I think's the name of it. I'm looking for the next water source, and I'm bedding down. Been a long day. It is 3:32. Started at 5:45 this morning. I'm gonna be just short of 20 today, I think, over, and that's including Blood Mountain. So we're out. All right, out. Times call for desperate measures. You can see that. That is where I'm getting my water from, but hey, it's coming out of the ground, so it's probably the purest water I've had yet. But there just isn't a lot of it, so I'm gonna sit here and scoop some and walk back down the trail about 0.2 to an amazing campground for the night. Or I may set up here, I don't know which. All right, hope everybody's having a good day. I already appreciate the comments coming in from the other video. Out. Up from that stream, hoping that I could go back down and camp at that camp spot I was telling y'all about. Some dudes got there right before I did, so started looking on my water up the hill and just found two amazing camp spots. So anyway, just pitched my Z-Packs, and I love this tent. First off, wasn't a perfect pitch tonight. I'm on some rocky ground, but man, underneath it is flat. I stuffed some leaves under there. So sometimes you get what you get with where you want to put it. You can always put rocks, heavy rocks maybe on the stakes, instead of trying to drive it in. I know in Pennsylvania people were talking about that, but all right, just wanted to show. And I don't get paid by the Z-Packs. They don't even know who I am, but I will tell you, man, if you get this tent, I know it costs a lot, but if you get this tent, you will not be sorry. It's lightweight and it's just awesome to sleep in. All right, good evening. I'm just gonna do a final wrap up for day 2. I'm obviously not gonna do a wrap up for every day I walk the trail, but it seems to me that if people can just get going better and more correctly, they got a better chance of finishing. And one of the biggest roadblocks is Neel's Gap. And I get the boots hanging in the trees and all that other mess, but it takes some people a long time to get there. You saw John on top of the Blood Mountain with me. I sat down beside him because, man, he impressed me. He has been working at a desk for 30 years, just retired from Minneapolis, and he decided it's time to come do something like this. Challenge his body, shake off those 30 years. He left Amiclola on February the 10th. It's the 17th right now. Took him 7 days to get to the top of Blood Mountain, and I'm hoping he made it down today. For sure he did. Anyway, that's motivating to me. I don't care if it takes you 20 days if you don't quit. Anyway, that's motivating. So lessons learned from me today. I left out of Gooch Gap, which is a very nice camp spot. Left out, woke up, couldn't sleep, woke up about 3:45 or something like that. Ended up start walking at 5:45. Getting my rhythm down, packing up camp. Even I'm a lot more proficient tonight, and efficient, just getting my stuff set up. Left out, beautiful night. It was one of those little walks on the side of a mountain, and where if you take a wrong step, you're gonna fall a long way. Kiwi on the trail, guy who's a few weeks in front of me, he was talking about that as well. But it's fun. I'll walk it in headlamp. I don't care. That's what we're used to doing anyway. Man, a lot of ups and downs today, rough ones. So be ready for it once you leave Gooch Mountain Gap Shelter, if that's where you stay. From there to the next one, which is Whitley Gap or something like that shelter. It's rough. There are some water spots, not a whole lot of them. There isn't a great stream running. That's kind of what Kiwi on the trail was saying as well. And there's not a lot of good flowing streams as there were when you leave Springer. Like you cross, seems like dozens of them, but then you hit a spot and there isn't a whole lot of running water. So manage appropriately. I'll be honest with you, some of the littler hills today caught me off guard more than Blood Mountain. I think Blood Mountain set up good, at least when you're going northbound. Climbing it wasn't that bad. There was a lot of false summits starting to piss me off, but in the end, whoever constructed the trail up the side of that did well. A lot of switchbacks, enough to take off the burden of the pain in your legs and maybe letting you relieve some of that lactic acid out. Coming down's another story. Coming down sucks. No way around it. Feet got beat up a little bit. Makes me dread not only the rocks in Pennsylvania, but I'm sure the White Mountains are going to be pretty much like several Blood Mountains in a row every day, where you're not getting a lot of distance. But it's okay, because the view on top was worth it. Man, I'd go suffer that downhill again just to see those views. It was awesome. All right, get down to Neel's Gap. The hostel is open. There's a lot of people staying there. I'm telling you, there's a bubble, and I'm still in the middle of it, and I'm hoping I can push through it. It's not that I fear people. It's just that, man, you don't have a lot of options when there's so many people around. I don't know why anybody would want to start on March 1st or around that time frame, but hey, man, if that's all you can do, get at it. Some people like that camaraderie. I like talking to people on the trail, but at the end of the day, I kind of want to be able to choose whether I want to be in a shelter or not. Had a great campsite tonight. Everything worked out. Man, climb out of Neel's Gap. Luckily, I'd stay there and recouped a little bit and drank about 2 Gatorades because Blood Mountain took it out of me. So one thing you gotta remember, when you start feeling bad as you're walking, that's your body telling you something. And I don't mean pain in your legs or whatnot. I mean just general malaise starts falling over you. You're probably missing out on some electrolytes. Your body's probably depleted all of them. As soon as I got down there, you know, I'd been drinking. I think I drank 2 Propels before I got there, mixed in my water. Still took it out of me moving fast today. So I got down there and drank 2 Gatorades and snapped right out of it. Climbed up that brutal hill out of Neel's Gap. I'll call it Blood Mountain Junior. And then made it about 3 or 4 more miles to the end. Once you get over that hill at Neel's Gap and coming down the other side is almost as bad as Blood Mountain. It's nice up here. Gorgeous views. Almost had 360 views. So anyway, I'm at 5:46 right now. I guess I need to wrap this up. All right, y'all. Appreciate all the comments on the video I posted today. I'll keep them coming. Try not to make them this long, but I'll start talking. I just want to pass some information to you guys coming up behind me. Keep asking me questions. Whoever said, hey, they left a comment saying I'd like to see more interaction with people on the trail. I appreciate that comment. I'm going to do it more. I'm always cautious to film people, but I'll ask. Ain't no big deal. I like talking to people. Some people are very precarious about getting filmed, but John was up for it. Anyway, all right, y'all. Hope everybody's having a good evening. It's easy to get into bed at night. It's hard for me to stay asleep for some reason. I don't know. I'm still excited. So hopefully I'll get some better sleep tonight. All right, y'all. Deuces. Everybody. It's about 4:20. Just getting up, getting my clothes on, fixing my feet a little bit. Had a couple of rub marks, 1 little blister yesterday from that downhill off of Blood Mountain. Overall though, feeling good. Couple of leg cramps last night, mainly in my hamstrings. I didn't bring the voodoo floss with me. I'm gonna have my wife send that out a little bit later. Wish I had it right now though, because I would wrap it around my legs right now to get them warmed up for today. But I'm gonna hit it with a roller here before we get going. Alright, just want to show you the compression sleeves. Most of y'all probably know what these are. I wear them around my calves every day. Calves were just a little bit sore yesterday, but man, after all the climbs we did the last 2 days and 34 miles I've moved, it says something about them. No issues whatsoever. I'm going to roll them out here before we leave. But there they are. So really, they just go down to your ankles. And man, just fabulous. They put a little bit of compression on your legs, not enough to be uncomfortable. And I tell you also in the wintertime, they help keep your legs warm. So that's a bonus as well. So you should try these out if you're going to do a through hike or you're going to hike a lot. Man, go get you a pair and try them out. If you're a runner, go get you a pair and try them out. So what they do is keep that blood flowing, don't let it pool. It's harder for the muscles and the fascia to build up those spots that are going to start restricting that blood flow. So check it out. Like I say, every night when I get back and I start to get settled and I get my dry socks on, I'll put a little pair of compression socks on as well. I'll show you those later. But to go ahead and help those feet recover, trying to prevent plantar fasciitis. Feet are feeling good, legs are feeling good. Gonna get up and get some oatmeal, some Pop-Tarts, and roll. Deuces. It's right at 6 o'clock on 18 Feb, day number 3 on the AT. I was going to show you this. This is a use it or lose it tip. It works for me. Gear accountability is huge out here, and always has been throughout my whole adult life with the job I have. So as I'm policing up my camp, I'll find an object, and sometimes it's my sitting pad that my rucksack's sitting on right now, or I'll find something like this rock. And I call that the, whatever, the accountability rock or whatnot. Sounds silly, but it works. Now, everything, as I start packing up, if I'm going to lay it down and it doesn't go in my pack, it's going to touch this rock somehow. So right now, I know the only things that I don't have in my pack, minus the Z-seat that goes on last, is touching this rock. That way, if you're structured like this as you're putting stuff up, man, you're not going to walk off without your sticks. I just listened to Kiwi on the trail the other day talking about it. He met a guy who walked 5 miles and had to turn around and go get his sticks. And this was 5 months into his southbound journey. So anyway, don't be that guy or girl. Use something like this and it'll help you out. Alright, gonna get on the trail. Out. Nice flat ground here. Just came down off a pretty steep decline. Rocky. Good way to start the morning off. I was thinking about it yesterday, and then somebody on the comments really called me out, and not in a bad way, not a mean way, just everybody you see normally films when they got their breath either on top of a mountain or on this flat section like this. I keep talking about these ass kicking mountains, but never film myself getting my ass kicked. So today, there's a good one. So I promise I'll stick on the stick picking. Let y'all see me getting my ass kicked for a few minutes. Alright, bye. I'm just filming this. I know the video ain't gonna do much good, but I spent the night at Rock Springs Top. Rock Springs is that little tiny thing that you'll see a little bit earlier in my video where I scooped some water out of. When you climb out of Neel's Gap, man, I'm telling you, you're gonna want to carry extra water, and you're gonna hate me for saying that as you climb that hill out. But it's dry. It's dry for the first 5 or 6 miles, and you're going to expend a lot of water coming up that hill and going down the other side. So keep that in mind. There are a lot of good campsites in between Neel's Gap and where I'm at right now. I'm just short of Cow Rock Mountain. I think there's 100 Cow Rock Mountains out here, or either I just kept misnaming every hill I climbed yesterday, which is more likely the case. Anyway, heading towards Cow Rock. Just keep, for those coming behind me, just keep that in mind. Just climb out of Neel's Gap unless we get a lot more rain. Alright. So on the AT, man, there's an early morning vista for you. Just gorgeous. Last couple of days, even in the daytime, you could see Atlanta. You could see Stone Mountain. You could see Kennesaw Mountain. Just amazing. 2 days in a row. just gorgeous. It's going to be a little cloudy today, chance of rain. It's not going to deter us. We're going to keep pushing north. Earthrise are out. Here's the view from the real Cow Rock Mountain. Camera just doesn't do the sky justice. It is gorgeous. Right through the trees, right about there's Mount Yonah. Just gorgeous. Cow Rock Mountain. If you're gonna come do it, folks, getting up early is a good thing. This is gorgeous. This is what I'm here for right here. Amazing. What's happened there? We'll see if that other piece of video still exists. If not, talking about how to prepare for the AT. I'm walking upside of a cliff. So on the gym, things that you should be doing. You know, be careful with this if you've never done some of these, but things like deadlifting doesn't have to be heavy weight, but that gets your entire body strong. Squats if you can. Lunges, body weight's good. Increase with weight if you can. HIIT training, or let's just say, some people don't like that word, just some high intensity cardio where you're doing real hard work for a short period of time, resting for a short period of time, usually about double what you worked, and then going again. That's going to help you for these uphills. They're tough on me, but I can stop in about 2 seconds. My heart rate's already coming back down. I've already got my breath, and I can keep going. You can see the guys who haven't prepared. They're the ones who have to take about 4 steps, wait there for about a minute and a half, let their heart rate come back down, get their breath, start again. Gorgeous coming up here. All right, y'all, key for the day, prepare. Appalachian Gap. That's my gravity system. This is money. It fills water up so fast. Check it out, very cheap too. Trail looks like coming out of Appalachian Gap. It's been nice and flat for a good half mile to a mile, which is the way I like it. I don't know who put all these mountains in the way of this nice flat path. I just passed a thru-hiker named Loose Trap. He left about a week ago. He's like me, man, struggling to find water. So if any trail angels are out there, man, any of those gaps, Tensity, Hog Pen, and there was a half a gallon at Hog Pen, so thank you, trail angels. But man, people coming through are gonna need some water. All right, y'all, have a good day. Amazing. Look at that root system inside, look at that tree. Amazing. I like to sing in the rain, so this is for all you older folks. Well, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you. What I gotta say can't wait. I know you'd understand. Every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Well, I know it's kinda strange. Every time I'm with you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand. And every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love you in a song. Alright, y'all.